Welcome guys to another vlog. We're starting this video here as we line up to get the ferry over from Algeciras to Ceuta. I'd been feeling a little bit unsettled there in Spain. I really was keen to get over the border to start a new adventure in Africa. So I'm in Ceuta. I made it over the border, or should we say the water, and now I'm going over the frontera into Morocco. Yeah man, it's already feeling the changes, the differences, the prices as well. Crazy. Fuel straight away 15 cents a litre cheaper here. I certainly didn't account for this. A very slow and tedious wait to get through the border into Morocco. Eventually made it through. We drove straight through past Tangier and headed towards Asilah. I arrived here quite late at night, so here's the morning after. Guys in the parking charged me €3 to stay here. When I woke up, I walked into town to get some breakfast. A gentle reminder of life back in Morocco, as I was charged over the top for lunch. I'd rather pay a fair price and leave a nice big tip than get conned. Even so, it was a reminder to switch on to life back in Morocco. A quick skirt around the town before heading on my way. Another gentle reminder here of the Moroccan culture with the call for prayer blaring out. These beautiful houses reminded me of the colouring you see in Chefchaouen. I briefly met a French guy in this van parked next to me who's also heading towards Agadir. Wonder if we'll cross paths again. So I'm in Asilah. Just a fleeting visit really, to be fair. I'm going to carry on heading south. The weather's better here than it was in Tangier. To be fair, yesterday was a bit of a crap day all round, leaving Algeciras, coming down here. One thing that I noticed for sure was just how much of a difference it would be for Maya being in this sort of environment. With so many wild dogs and animals around, I noticed the change there as she was so much more alert than normal. Straight away, having spent only 24 hours here, I can straight away see that element of people trying to extract, money from you. Even if you go into the towns, into the little sort of busy areas, there's people coming up to you all the time, trying to sell you things, trying to even give you information. It's so noticeable straight away. Yeah, you want to be friendly and respectful, but then how do you be friendly and respectful when someone's trying to go into a pitch? Because then eventually you're going to disappoint them when you say no, I don't want it. So it's a bit of a balancing act here. I was curious to learn the going price on a juice. This lady charged me 10, having been charged 30 in the previous place. It's unbelievable to think really, 10 dirham for a full glass of freshly squeezed pomegranate juice. That's around €1. One big bonus driving off of the toll roads is you get to witness things like this. The toll roads work out about €5 every 100 odd miles. You get to see so much more when you're off the toll roads, but it can be quite tedious. So I'm just in Ceuta. I've just made it down here, about a third of the way through my journey, to be fair, towards Agadir. It's weather's getting a bit better as I go further south, but yeah man, I'm pretty tired. It's been quite a long day's driving. So I just had a little I wanted a tagine, but they didn't do tagine without meat, so I got a couscous dish in the end. Not too bad. I really wanted to let Maya have a good run on the beach, but with so many wild dogs about, she just didn't fancy it. The ocean did look appealing, but I decided to just crack on with the driving for now. So funny. I just got pulled over by the police, right? And I just kept saying Al Akbar to this geezer, and I could tell he was like a proper, strong, devout Muslim, and he was loving me after a while. And in the end, he just went, you know what? He was trying to say that I was speeding. I was doing like 50 mile an hour, ridiculous. But yeah, I just kept saying to him Al Akbar and pointing at the sky, and he's ended up letting me off. Legend. Here we are driving across the bridge in the city of Rabat. Didn't stop, just straight through. This here was a reminder of how Moroccans deal with a car crash. About 30 people arguing in the middle of the road. My intention was to try and get like a fruit juice or something, but it's been very difficult to communicate. It's basically Arabic only, and then my 10-15 words ain't cutting it. So I've managed to, instead of getting a fruit juice, I've got some eggs and bread, because I could say khobs. I got charged 15 dirham for a small glass of this yogurt drink and egg and bread. It was a bit of a strange mix. I couldn't help but feed this mother some dog food. Her little putts were trying to get involved as she was eating away, bless them. They're all so timid though, you go anywhere near them and they seem to all scatter quite quickly. Once mother had had her share, it was down to the pups to fight over the scraps. I honestly sat there for like 5 minutes watching these guys tussle over this food. Hilarious. I'd driven long into the night to avoid Casablanca, one of the busiest spots I'd seen. I ended up paying €1.50 to park in amongst a load of tyres. I was literally that tired. When I woke up, this fella helped me try and fix the radio, which seemed to keep going on and off every time I went over a bump. There's plastic everywhere you look, and then you think about why. You know, why is there so much plastic everywhere? It's kind of, it just goes to show you what happens when there isn't a system in place like we have in the West. But in the West, we are ultimately the people that drive what goes on in the rest of the world. I mean, for one, a huge amount of plastic and waste is distributed out to places like Africa and Asia. So it's not a surprise that straight away when you come, you see so much plastic around, because if they're dealing with plastic from other countries, how on earth are they going to deal with their own problems? Have you ever noticed, if you go to like big supermarkets, how you're always getting sold like a big bag of whatever it is you want? Instead of buying like 1 carrot or 1 onion or 1 potato, you have to buy a sack of them, a kilo of them. And 9 times out of 10 they're wrapped in plastic. So anyway, just saying for people to think about. He worked out the problem fairly quickly and came up with a bit of a bodge, sticking a bit of plastic in between one of the terminals to hold it in place. So I carried on further along the coast, only to find the problem persist. The last repair lasted about 5 minutes. I've pulled over again, asked this fella for some help, and this guy Aourir has got another guy, and he's now taken my radio away. So because the problem's in the radio, or there's this loose connection within the radio, so he's taken that off to his workshop. He's doing something, so I'm hoping it's like go over a bump and he just goes off. You know what I mean? So trying to get a little bit. He said to me get a new one, €15, but I said, is it going to be the same make, or is it because I've got Pioneer speakers? You know what I mean? I don't want to. So anyway, he's going to see if he can fix the one that I have. I think I'd rather fix what I've got. He's just come back with the circuit board only of the inside of the radio, and he showed me immediately the point where this problem is. So he's going to, sounds like solder it. Sounds like he's going to do some soldering. Fair play. With the radio fixed, headed on the way towards Safi. Price of fuel here for diesel, under 11 dirham, more or less €1 a litre. On my way now to Essaouira. Yeah, we're gonna try and get as far along the coast as we can through the course of the rest of the day while there's still some light. These roads are quite chill, not too busy, these roads, to be fair. Yeah, the radio's fixed, at least it seems that way. They tried selling me a new one. It was like some brand I've never heard of. I was like, nah mate, I'm alright, I'll stick with what I got, try and fix it. But yeah, it's been a good little drive for the last few days, covered good ground. Slowly making our way towards Essaouira now. Yeah, fairly knackered as always. Bit of a change, to be fair, in the climate. You know, I've noticed sort of seeing these beautiful skies starting, temperatures that little bit more, you know, hospitable, a bit colder in the, you know, further north. So yeah, buzzing mate, get to Essaouira and we'll crack on. I arrived late at night in Essaouira and went into the Medina for dinner. Managed to catch the end of Man United beat City as well. Yes guys, I've made it to Aourir. I ended up driving quite late into the night. I was sort of set on a bit of a mission. I got to Essaouira, I don't know, I didn't feel it there really, the vibe. I was just like, I just want to get to Aourir, get to the destination. Even Tagazout, I was going to stop in Tagazout, stuff like that, but I thought I can do that after once I'm a bit more sorted. There's things I want to do and sort out. So here I am in Aourir, and yeah, we're going to go visit the garage now. Go and meet the guys. Having last been here 5 years before, I did notice quite a big change along this coastline. Things generally a lot more built up. Either way, good to be back in this surfer's paradise. Going to keep an eye in the coming days on the surf, get myself in there for sure. Seems like this time of year it's sort of out of season, so it's quite chill here. Like I remember coming here before where it was just like a lot of like tourists coming to this place, to be fair, like surfing, do surf camps and stuff. So it's quite a good time of year to be coming. It sounds just quite chilled out.
¿Qué pasa? كل شيء مزيان كل شيء مزيان.
I just see a sign there, and it was like Dakhla 1180 kilometers. I was thinking, wow, I didn't realize it was that far. Thanks for watching this video, guys. It's been an amazing week of traveling south, been all the way through Morocco. Who knows what I'm going to be doing next, but for now, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and drop your comments, you know, in terms of how you think this vlog has been. Have you enjoyed it? Anything that you'd like to see more in the future? As I said, big thanks, and on to the next one. Much love.